Hey guys, this is James.
This is Corwyn.
And welcome to This Movie's Gay. Yeah, I'm keeping that.
This movie's gay. Yes.
Corwyn, why are you sitting like that? You are at such a weird angle.
I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay, guys, picture this. I'm sitting at 12 o'clock. I'm looking at 12. Well, Corwyn is directly across from me, but looking at like 7:30, like where 7:30 would be. And I don't know why.
7:30. It's more like if you're 12, I'm looking at like 1:30.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm saying I'm looking at 12 o'clock. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then going around the clock this way.
Yeah. I got it.
I don't know why. I mean, it's probably good for the polar patterns for the mic. I'm probably not getting into yours as much at this angle. Let me scooch over just a little bit. There we go. But now Corwyn's like, no, I can bear. No, actually, no, this is better. This is better for you, Corwyn. Hey, guys, my name's James, as I said, and welcome to This Movie's Gay.
Today we're watching Eating Out.
Yeah.
Which was a request from my friend. So we watched it.
Also, guys, I just want to get into one specific scene because, one, it's the longest scene, and it was so uncomfortable to watch this scene with it was Corwyn, Frank, and myself on a small little couch. Frank is my cat. And it was so uncomfortable to watch this scene with you guys. Any sex scene would be uncomfortable to watch with you guys. I'm not just saying that because it's a gay scene. No, I'm not like that. It was just weird. It was also a weird scene.
It was real weird. Quick synopsis.
Yes.
So basically there's a straight dude, Caleb, living with his roommate, Kyle, who's a gay dude, who is in love with this other guy, Mark, who lives with this girl, Gwen. Caleb likes Gwen, but then Kyle plans this thing where Caleb's going to be gay to get Gwen, and it ends up being Caleb and Mark dating, and then Gwen sort of in the middle of it being all weird.
In that car scene, were they having sex, or was she just like, okay, because at first she said something about eating out.
Yeah, so they also mentioned the title of the movie so many times.
Yeah, I was thinking this is what it was. Like, she was standing up, and I thought she was like twerking on his face, like just rubbing her vagina on his mouth, just vigorously.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I don't think she ever went down enough to be on a penis.
I don't know. But they did mention later that they had sex, so I don't know. Yeah, so they make this big old plan, and then it comes to head at a dinner they all have together where Kyle is getting jealous and invites Caleb's parents over to sort of trick everyone.
Not just his parents.
His parents and his little sister.
His little sister is a classic little sister, like a shitbag sibling. It's on par with the kid from Teen Witch. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not seen Teen Witch.
Teen Witch, you should watch it. It's a bonkers movie, but it has a cult following. I'm trying to think of other shit little siblings, because Chet from Weird Science, if he was a younger sibling, that would fall into it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm blanking on all of it.
Anyway, it all kind of blows up in their face because Gwen comes out to Caleb's parents for him, and then the parents are so supportive and loving, and then they leave, and then Gwen goes off on Kyle about his plan, and then Caleb's like, oh, actually, well, I'm straight, basically, and then Mark is like, oh, I wouldn't not like Kyle, and then Gwen
says this. She goes, so you pretended to be gay, had sex with my gay friend, then with me, all in the process to to be with me, she smacks him, but then says, that is the kindest thing anyone has ever done for me. And then they're dating.
Yeah, and then Mark and Kyle get together. It's a really weird story, but okay. It exists. It's fine.
I'm super curious as to what the sequels are about.
There are a lot of them, and I don't think they like coincide. I don't know.
Okay. Because
I don't think they have the same characters. They might have some of the same characters. Oh, we forgot about Tiffany, the random girl.
Yes.
That
we also forgot about Ronnie, Miko, and maybe what was the dude's name at that musical party?
Oh God, I have no idea.
I don't either. But that party was bonkers too. My notes are over there, but I remember most of my notes. I was in love with this movie until that long ass scene. So can I explain this scene?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So after the party, the musicians party is how what's his nuts explained it. What was his name? Mark explains like, hey, I have friends they're all musicians, so they're offbeat, which means crazy. It's like theater kids, except all of these people were minimum 20 years older than Mark or Caleb.
Correct.
Okay. We have a friend named Caleb, so I just
we have had a lot of movies with characters
Caleb.
named Caleb.
Yes. So Caleb and Mark then go rent a movie, but then they talk to Kyle, and Kyle says, no, that's code for having sex. And was the handkerchief also code? Because
it was throwing back to some old school code. Okay. I don't know what any of it means, but I do know it's code. So.
All right. Because then two guys who were with each other and were clearly gay because they had like a leather hat on, or a jacket on. I don't know. They also had one of those thick porn mustaches. Yeah, someone's gonna ride that baby. So then they go back to the house and they watch the entire movie. Well, Mark is scooching closer and closer to Caleb on the straight guys, getting closer to straight guy. I'm not cutting any of that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you for getting names right.
Okay, so
but then you stumbled, and it's fine.
So Caleb then says, hey, I want to leave, but then
Gwen calls.
Gwen, yes. That's the one I did not commit to memory. Gwen calls and says, well, if you answered right away, that clearly means you're not fucking, which you should be calling me because I'm at this Debbie's house, and Debbie just had one of her breathing fits, and I'm now in her dead grandmother's room, which she then proceeds to have pretty much phone sex and masturbate on a dead grandma's bed.
Yes.
Okay, so during this phone conversation, she's trying to relax Caleb to have oral sex with, which that's not the intent in the beginning, at least in Caleb's mind, to have oral sex with Mark. And this scene is maybe 20 minutes long. Would you agree it's that long?
It is like a major part of the movie. I don't remember most of the movie because of that scene.
Yes. If they would have trimmed that down to like a 5-minute scene, it would have been okay.
It was very long. And I'm just like, this is basically a softcore porno here that's happening.
And but okay, it is so good that he said, the reason why she talks with Mark. No, not Mark. She talks with Caleb, and she's asking him like, oh, how do you feel? Is this good? And he goes, and Gwen goes, oh, he's right next to you, so you can't answer. So I'll just do yes or no questions. Is that fine? And then he goes, yes. And it's exactly how Nicole says yes. So then every single time she kept asking, even if we knew it was going to be a no, we just kept going, yes,
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 yes.
So during this scene, she's trying to relax him in a sexual way. It's very sexual. We can see her unbuttoning her shirt, going into her pants. Her panties. She was wearing a very low-cut dress. Something that, someone in El Tigre would wear. Do you know El Tigre?
No.
Oh, yeah, Corwyn. Oh, man. That's something I thought you might have knew. Check out El Tigre, Corwyn. People listening to the podcast probably know who El Tigre is. So in this scene, they just keep going. You think it's going to be over. With him, she says, oh, well, ask Mark to massage your neck. Mark starts massaging your neck. You think, oh, he's going to freak out, then go. He doesn't. Then he starts kissing his neck without him asking to be kissed neck. And then this neck gets kissed, and he says, oh, is the mouth warm? And then he says, yeah, that mouth is warm. And then
so weird.
Then, have him unbutton your shirt. This is what Gwen's saying. He goes around, unbuttons the shirt. And then she says, do you want to lose it to your first man? And he says, yeah. And then he starts sucking him off. And this is such a long ass scene. But then we got this joke out of it. Later on, Mark says to Caleb, hey, I just wanted to say, you're a cool guy. And then I go, hey, I just wanted you to know you're a warm mouth. And then he comes and Mark gets a towel. And then when Mark comes back, he says, hey, you mind if I finish myself off? And then just jacks off in front of him. And it goes to Mark and then goes back. No, it goes to Caleb's face. And it goes back to Mark's face after he came, and just sweat just all over his face from... It was fine during the oral sex. He wasn't sweaty. But hey, guess what? His mouth sure was.
Oh my
He's got
God.
a warm, sweaty mouth.
That just reminded me of All Cheerleaders Die.
From when?
Hey, is it cold down there?
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's like a freezer down there. Oh, the ice box.
Oh my God. If you haven't watched All Cheerleaders Die, you should definitely do that. But yeah, that scene was very long. I also had a point of the sweating, a point while they were on the date at the party where they were playing 2 pianos with 8 hands. And like you look and you see like the people playing the piano are like sweating. You're like, okay, yeah, they're working hard. And then it shows Caleb and he's just drenched in sweat.
Because he's nervous about turning the pages because that old guy was giving him the stink eye. Also, Miko was giving him the stink eye, who was flipping the pages for, is
the
that
other
her name?
piano. Yeah, I think that was her name.
Yes, it is.
So that was funny. And that's how he got the handkerchief that he later puts in his back pocket.
Oh, okay. So we had subtitles on because even though it wasn't as quiet as things like Vampire Boys, Corwyn started eating a sandwich. So
I did.
That might be why you wanted the subtitles on. But during the masturbation scene, the subtitles were this: moaning _masturbating.
I just really like subtitles because my ears are not my friends sometimes with movies. So I'll hear someone say something and then I'm like, that's not what they said.
Yeah.
Or earlier when the movie started, before I was eating or anything like that, there was no other noises. I was like, what the fuck did they just say? And you're like, I have no idea. I'm like, yep, that's it.
So let's get on the opening. We thought this was rape.
Yes, there was a very uncomfortable opening scene where a guy comes in, he's like, oh, telephone company or whatever. And the girl brings him into her bedroom and so it's like the beginning of a porno, basically.
Yeah.
And
which I thought it was going to be because I thought they were
going to like film. I thought they were going to be filming something or something like that. But basically he picks up the phone and is like, this isn't broken. And then she's like, oh yeah, I don't know why I called you or whatever. And then she's like, oh, this is a bad idea. Maybe you should go or something like that. And then he starts manhandling her and stuff. And then they start getting into it. And you're like, this is very uncomfortable. there is no consent, and this is real bad.
And I wrote down this movie did not age well.
Did not age well.
Until she either farts or queefs. And did you not? You heard that, right?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yes. There's a part where, while they're having sex, someone lets out a toot or a queef. And then I was like, wait, well, they're trying to make this comedic, so maybe it's not rape. Maybe this is role playing. And then we quickly understand that it is. And then she kicks him out because she didn't come, and he said he faked the orgasm, which I always tried to convince Nicole that all of my orgasms have been faked. And it's just impossible to say like, no, yeah, I did fake an orgasm, because you can see that there's an orgasming happen, with semen.
Yeah, it was an uncomfortable scene. And then
Yeah.
she was like, oh, I didn't get off on this because you weren't being aggressive enough, and I didn't believe you. You're too nice. And then you're like, okay. But it was still a very uncomfortable opening scene.
Yeah.
So be warned, if you want to watch this movie, that happens.
Yes, it happens. It's still uncomfortable no matter what lens you put it on. What I thought was going to happen was they were filming something, because I didn't know that. I thought in 2005, I thought it would have been widescreen.
2004.
Yes, 2004. I thought it would have been widescreen, and I thought it was they were filming something.
And then pan out and show the crew and the set and things like that. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to do that too, but that's not what happened.
No. Also, it was a simulated widescreen for this back when people did have the square box sets, and they just put widescreen in there instead of, before movies, it would say adjusted to fit your screen. They just said, fuck doing that. Let's do the widescreen fit. Like my Instagram videos. That's how I do them.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, our video that I did to promo this podcast, it said this movie's gay in the black boxes, but it was widescreen in the center of our video.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how this movie looked.
Yeah. It's dated. It's fine.
I want to watch the other ones.
There are 4 more movies. There are 5 movies total. James was very excited about that. So we will be watching the future ones. I think I need a little break from the series for a minute.
I was thinking we just do the rest all in a row.
I think I need a little break from that.
But Corwyn, please.
We'll see next week.
Pretty, please. Okay, I loved the slang that Kyle used. He used for seriously, he said serial killer. He also said that's parfait, but I don't know.
He did say that's parfait, and I don't know what that is. I think maybe it's early 2000s gay lingo. I have no idea.
Then what's his face? Caleb says etcha sketchy. But what could parfait be like? Oh, maybe that's perfect.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know.
Because most of them were very serious serial killer. Most of them had that, so it must have been that's perfect, and it just went over us.
I don't remember the line that it said. I got whatever he was saying. I don't remember what he was saying during that, though, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what it means.
Okay, in the beginning, Mark and Caleb are talking, and Caleb is saying, oh, it must be so easy to be gay then, because women always come to you and try to have sex. And he says, maybe I should be gay. And they said, Kyle. Oh, no, I was saying Mark and Caleb. Mark and Kyle. No, oh my God.
Caleb.
Fuck me. Straight dude and out of league. I'm going to say straight and out of league. So straight, out of league, and roommate.
You could say straight and
all of them
geek.
looked alike.
You could say geek because he was like, oh, I'm a nerd or whatever.
No, straight, jazz, and classical.
Yeah.
Okay, so straight and jazz are hanging out their roommates. And he says, hey, I want to be gay. And Jazz says, you can't just be gay. You need to do something to convince them. And Straight says we could stage a bashing. And
oh my God.
it just was so uncomfortable and like cut through. So yes, I understand that this was probably made by gay people.
This was very aggressively early 2000s.
Yes, it was them being edgy.
Very aggressive.
It was not woke.
Well, just like everything with the hairstyle, the outfits,
Yeah,
the speech, like how they talked,
Yeah.
everything, it was very aggressively early 2000s.
Also, I wanted to tell you during the movie, but then I set it down and said I will tell you on the podcast. Straight looks, when he's like just like blank face going like,
Yeah.
he looks like a character that would be in The Dark Crystal. Just when he does that blank face.
He did that through the whole movie.
Because he made his upper lip, like look longer, below the, yeah. And he's just like, Dark Crystal, right?
I'm aware of Dark Crystal, yes.
Gay nerd.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gay. That's what we should start calling fantasy gay nerds. Baldur's Gay. If I were gay, I'd be a Baldur's Gay. Getting flaming fisted.
Oh my God.
We should do a let's play of us. It's like this movie's gay, but this video game's gay.
This game's gay?
Yeah. And we just we try to beat Baldur's Gate. You would be so pissed off at me of saying, James, stop trying to pick
doing that.
Stop trying to pick every single lock that you see. You have no thieves on you.
I don't know
Not
why
even
you're doing that.
You booted Eowyn out of the group. I think that was her name. Emowyn?
I don't remember.
She always said this, which could be problematic. She was a character, and it's burned into my head. She always said, "You're a queer fellow." And then when you got into combat with the first buff warrior that you would have in your party, he would scream, "Wait until you see the whites of their eyes." And he had a little mouse saying to told him to bite them or something. I think it was Jim Cummings who was like Tigger and Pooh.
I'm going to have to replay these because it has been a long time.
Yeah, those things have been burned into my mind.
Burned into your mind. Yeah, because you said that quote to me one of the first times you mentioned Baldur's Gate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what else were we talking about? Oh, so the sister, she's great. In the first scene that she's introduced, he goes back home and she's on the phone in the fridge and he's trying to push her out and she just goes, "I'm on the phone." The sister was great. I should see if she's been in any movies.
Bunch of zingers right off the bat. And I hate that I use the word zinger. That
no, I'm fine
gross.
with that. Can you say the tag ones that she said?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure. She said no F back and F your it. Or no F's back. When you say no tags back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or no, I guess people say no tag back.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, because you tag someone and you're you can't tag me back because I just tagged you. You got to find somebody else.
Man, I always played tags back.
You're just oh, you tagged me? Oh,
slap,
immediately.
Slap.
Then you just slap each other.
Yeah, it was just slapping each other.
That's not fun.
No, I'm kidding. We would play flashlight jail tag. That was the best tag.
What is that? Explain this game to me.
Okay, so I think it's just flashlight tag, but there's a jail element in it.
What is flashlight tag? Do you have to hit someone with the flashlight?
No. What it is when you live in a cul-de-sac like I did, that was also bordered on a forest. It was tag at night, and how you tagged people were with a flashlight. You had to go and find everyone.
Yeah.
And it was always at Corey Sly's house. The baseball or the basketball hoop was the jail. So if you got tagged, you would have to go to the jail. But if you were hiding, you could run up to the jail and tag everyone out, and then everyone would disperse back out and hide. My brother once, it was 35 minutes, and no one could find him. We were all tagged, and he was the only one left. And then all of a sudden, he starts running towards us, tags us all, and then jet sets. And we were like, where was he? Where's he hiding? And then we all get tagged out, and we're waiting for him even longer. And then, because my brother's so like lanky and slender, he was just hiding behind a mailbox the entire time. So after that, years like that we still played, the first thing people would do is search mailboxes. They said, nope, fuck that. Pat did it to us before.
Never trust the mailbox again.
It was such a fun game, and the first time we ever played it, we were new in this neighborhood. They invited us to play it, and kids made fun of my brother and I because we put on dark blue robes. And it made sense because no one, like, it was dark.
Yeah, you can't see.
You blend in.
Yeah.
But
it's like these wizards are coming to play tag with us.
I think like Brock Beaucamp and Ryan Wynn made fun of us for it. Brock Beaucamp, good guy. Ryan Wynn, he was still mean to me throughout the entire time I lived in that area.
I'm like trying to decide if I would have made fun of you or not. I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
you would have thought I was cool. Because I also would like sharpen. I would also do this in elementary. I would find planks, like, from not like big planks, but like a fence, what a fence would be made out of, a wooden fence. And we would sharpen those up to make them look like swords. And we would run around run around at night. Then we ended up getting cricket bats. And then we would do both. So then we were like double wheeled. We were very into medieval shit and RPGs.
Yeah, I would have been into that. Yeah.
And one time we were hiding behind a car, and we just actually it was just me. And we weren't doing anything. We weren't vandalizing things. We did get into a period where hopping fences was very fun. So we would hop a fence, go into someone's backyard, and just kind of wait there. I'll get into a little bit of that after this. But I was just waiting, and I was hiding behind a car, and then all of a sudden, I just see like the red glow of embers in the car. It was someone smoking a cigarette, and then they just, it freaked me out. So like I ran away, but then the person like threw open the door and grabbed me and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm not doing anything." "Then why'd you run away?" And I just said, "I didn't know anyone was in there, and I just got scared." And he said, "Then go home." And the person was probably like 22. Looking back at it, they were not old. Maybe 26 tops, like my age. I wouldn't have done that to someone.
Maybe they were smoking weed and you scared them.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. I didn't know. I was probably 7 back then. But there was this one house that we didn't jump into because someone told us I forget the name of it. I think it was like the Blue Phantom. They said a ghost lived back there. But looking back at it, it doesn't make sense because it was one of the most beautiful gardens back there. In just this normal suburb, and back it had just hanging vines, and it looked gorgeous.
Well, that's why the ghost lives there.
Yeah, it could be. How I now imagine it, and probably back then I imagined it too, I imagined it as like a Victorian ghost of like super fancy.
Yeah, definitely there's a Victorian ghost that you avoided.
We lived by this high school, and maybe not in your town, but there would always be like these side classrooms that were just fancy looking trailers.
I mean, we had those. They weren't fancy looking at all.
I mean, like just a nice, like a new trailer. Okay.
But ours looked like a shipping container.
Okay. No, well, this was like something that would be on a construction site. One of those trailers.
Yeah, so, I can see that.
In between it like there was a fence to like fence in, but it wasn't. It was like the main fence, then fence of the trailer, but the trailer wasn't it wasn't firmly fit up against the main fence, so they had to put a fence around the trailer sides. So there was still like a little section that you could go into. So we would hop that out and just hang out with our friend Jacob Lees because it was near his house. That was like the meeting point. And we would just have like these fake swords. And I remember one time I showed him this sweet ass Batman watch that I had.
Nice.
That's
a lot of fences.
Yeah.
I forgot where we were on this movie.
Okay, how did
the
we
little
get there?
sister? I think we were talking about the little sister.
Oh, because of tags.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that was it.
Well, I'm done with that now.
Yeah, the little sister was a lot. There were a lot of weird things that, did not age well with this movie. It was very aggressively early 2000s.
You're so 2008. You so 2008.
I like I like when the awkward scenes started, like when they got the video and they went into Mark's house, Classical's house. Classical was like, "Oh yeah, make yourself comfortable." And by comfortable, I mean take off all your clothes and roll all over the floor. Ha ha ha. And then Straight Guy's just like, okay. And just
What if Straight Guy said, fuck it?
I mean, yeah, there was quite a weird like dynamic.
Their houses
they
were
created.
huge.
They were.
Do you think this was filmed in like Nevada or Arizona? That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, it seemed like one of those places.
Or, Bakersfield in California. It looked like a desolate place.
Yeah, there were like pine trees. There was a sign at one point that said Chicago, but it wasn't it was like on a building site. It just said Chicago. I was like, what?
Corwyn said, this isn't Chicago.
This isn't Chicago at all. I do also have written down whenever Gwen made outed Straight Guy to his parents, the mom was like talking to Gwen, and Gwen was like, yeah, I always end up like dating gay guys or something like that. And then the mom was like, well, she says, you must get that a lot. I mean, with living with Mark and your haircut, because Gwen had this crazy, like, it was definitely a look back then where she had like small pigtails all over her head, and they were like folded over so that they were loops. So she just had a lot of loops. I don't know what that haircut's called.
Gwen did it for me. Gwen was a good-looking lady.
Okay. Because Straight Guy thought the same thing. I was like, okay. I mean, that haircut was weird. I was with Straight Guy's mom on that. Oh, you must get that a lot with your haircut.
Which I thought she was talking to Caleb, and
no.
I thought she said living with Kyle and that haircut. I thought she was saying, hey, you're a haircut.
I think she said living with Mark and that haircut. Talking to Gwen, because Gwen was the one that was like, oh, I always, fall in love with straight guys, or straight guys are always gay or whatever with her or something like that. I don't know. There was also this big thing throughout about turning gay guys straight and turning straight guys gay and things, and that's not a thing.
I'll turn a straight guy gay.
Nope.
What I should have said, I'll turn a gay guy straight. I don't know. I was just trying to be absurd.
It was absurd.
Know. Yeah,
it was very absurd.
Because I'm not an attractive man.
I'm not going to comment on that.
I mean, like, I'm not like buff and ripped. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Gwen had this whole thing where she was talking about Mark and Kyle, and she's like, Kyle, you're not even a K9, you're like a K5. And then she's like, Mark isn't even a K at all. He's great.
What? Okay. Corwyn, give it to me straight. What K am I?
I'm not going to give you anything.
What K am I?
Nothing.
Oh, just pull the Band-Aid off.
Nothing
real
at
quick.
all. Not doing it.
Please let me know.
Refuse.
Hey guys, tweet at us. This movie's gay. Let me know what K I am. I got thick skin.
And there's a video out so they can see you.
Oh yeah, there's also a video of me without pants on. It's blurred out.
Yeah, without pants on. Oh,
hey,
don't
guys.
you have like an open robe on or something like that?
No, I just don't. Oh no, and that one is that I do have an open kimono on, I think is what it was. But hey, guys, if you go over to Mostly Speaking Sentai, if we get 500 5-star reviews.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, I need to cut that out. This episode will not be out before that.
Yeah. That episode will not be out yet. So, just keep listening to Mostly Speaking Sentai.
For Corwyn's episode.
For my episode, James has a challenge out there.
Yeah, for 5-star reviews. But hey, you want to know what? Give a 5-star review right now.
It'll
pay off. It will pay off. Trust us.
Don't. Sure. We'll go with that.
I'm gonna prove you and Nicole wrong. We're gonna get 500. Fuck both of you.
Just listen to my comments on that challenge. It'll be great. Nicole and I both of our comments on it. I also didn't understand that Kyle was like, "Oh, I'm not in his league and stuff," because I was like, they're all attractive.
And they all look the same. They
did all look the same.
Yes.
There was a moment in the beginning where things were happening and we were like, wait, which one was that? Which one was that?
Yeah, because I thought, wait, is straight guy already dating Gwen? When did he start dating Gwen? And now, he's kissing her now, getting a big old bear. And then I thought, oh, wait, no, he's kissing a British guy now? Or is he faking to be British?
Yeah, it was real confusing figuring out who people are.
Oh, so he didn't kiss. The British guy didn't want to kiss.
Yeah.
And then that's Mark. Mark was trying to kiss.
That's Classical. Classical was trying to kiss a random British dude in a closet.
Yes. Wait, Mark is Classical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Classical was trying to kiss dude in a closet, and British guy didn't want to kiss. So he went back to Gwen to confide in her, and she said, maybe your breath was penisy? And she also said, oh, sorry, I was being a cunt and a half.
Yeah, because her boyfriend they were making out on the bed, and then he was like, I think I'm gay. And then she just went on this big ol' thing about it, and saying that she turned another one.
And she said, well, maybe you're not gay. Name some Madonna songs from this specific album. Forgot the album. And then he lists off, and then she says, well, what about this? And he said, oh, honey, that's from this one. And then she said, yep, you are. You are.
And then but also was like, but what about us having sex yesterday? And all of that. And then she like screamed at him in the middle of the party in front of everyone about how he has eaten out
pussy. Corwyn wasn't going to say it.
I was not. I was just going to say the title. Eaten out.
Pussy. And he came during it.
Allegedly.
There's
a lot of fake orgasms in this movie.
Yeah, but how can I don't know how a man could fake an orgasm.
I read something somewhere where someone was like, or was it in a movie? Someone said they just spit on their back.
Oh wait. I've seen that movie. Was that for this?
I don't know. There was something. I don't remember where, but I've heard that before.
It might have been on this
so
one
hard.
of these movies.
I don't think so, because I feel like we would have discussed it extensively.
Hey guys, let us know. I know there was a Tomorrow's Nobodies, which I think we talked about on Vampire Boys 2. David Sapp was in Tomorrow's Nobodies. They explained how to do a Houdini, which is very problematic now, but it involves spitting on someone's back to make you... Oh, no, that was the money shot. The money shot is you spit on a girl's back or anyone's back to make it seem like you've came, and then when they turn around, you do ejaculate, in front of them. But yeah, I don't know. I could have swore we had something where someone said spit. Guys, let us know if you know any. We'll narrow it down.
I've definitely heard it somewhere. I don't know where, but I don't know. Has this been the first? I feel like there have been other movies where people were like, oh, I was faking it.
No. At least not men saying they were faking it. Because I joke with Nicole that I fake orgasms.
And you would have talked about it extensively. Yeah. Well, our first movie about it. Fun.
Hey, guys, let us know. Have you ever faked an orgasm? Male or female? No, you want to know what? This one's just for the men. Let us know this movie's gay on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Hey, Duo Grun Fox, let us know. You ever faked an O? I feel like this movie feels so short because we had that
a 45-minute scene about
that had to have been, thinking back on it, it had to have been 30 minutes.
It was so
what
long.
Else could have been in there? But maybe because we're also attributing the DVD rental scene as that, and the aftermath of it, which was him going home after, I guess, like getting his face rubbed on by her vagina.
Yeah, him randomly, like him going home and then them passing their cars and stopping in the middle of the road.
Yeah, guys,
That's not safe. Don't do that.
I love the background music in this movie. It was very just constantly going on. Like when you hear a radio station and they're doing an interview and they have a bed of music, it was just a constant music throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember any like silent moments. The only moment that was like awkward was classical saying, "Take off all your clothes and roll around on the floor."
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Wait, did we? So we didn't even talk about when Gwen outs him to his parents, and the parents were so accepting. They were saying,
"We did."
Like,
we briefly mentioned it, but yeah, they were so accepting, which was lovely.
But overly accepting. They were saying, "Oh, we must have been so heteronormative in the house."
They said, "How did our homophobia manifest?"
Yes.
Because they wanted to know how they, made their son uncomfortable enough that he had to have an entire party of people to come out to his parents.
Yeah, and then they said, "We'll go to meetings."
It wasn't even a real thing. He never even told his parents that he wasn't gay. He just...
Hey, the second movie.
They left, and then it came out. It was, that whole thing was a little weird. But the parents were supportive, and that's important. Also, the mom just shading everyone. Great.
Oh, yeah, the mom wasn't having it with the daughter either. Yeah, and the daughter was being real sassy. She was like, "Love you, gay bro."
Yeah, she said a lot.
We find out in the second movie there is a third sibling who is a brother, and she's like, "Hey, straight bro."
See, this is why I'm going to need a break from the movies, because there was that long-ass sequence, and I feel like the other ones are going to have that too. So I'm like, we need a little bit of a break between them.
You want to know what? I'll pre-watch it. I'll let you know.
You're going to be ready for this one.
Yeah, I'll say, "Dude, I took notes already. I'm down. I'm down for a second page of notes."
Oh my God.
What else do I have on? Oh, so there's a scene where he's talking to Mark on the phone and he has shaving cream on, getting ready for this date. Then we see him at Gwen and Mark's house, and straight guy has a full 5 o'clock shadow. He didn't shave.
Yeah, maybe he shaved, and that's just how they wanted to portray his manliness, is that he instantly had a 5 o'clock shadow again.
Or unless he was getting ready in the morning and the date wasn't until nighttime.
Yeah, because they probably didn't go anywhere until like around afternoon.
But if you're getting ready for a date, you would shave right before the date, not in the morning.
I mean, it depends on how long you have.
I don't know, guys. Let us know.
I usually shave like in the morning, just straight up. If I shave, most of the time I just take clippers and I'm like, "Here's some scruff."
Yeah.
This
Duo
is
Grunfox,
good.
let us know. Also, Duo Grunfox, I don't know your gender or anything about you, so I don't know. Either way, if you're shaving legs, shaving your face, whatever, let us know, Duo Grunfox. Hey, Duo Grunfox, I don't know when Kingdom Hearts 3 is released, but I hope you're spoiler-free when you get that game. Pop it in a PlayStation 4 and have a great time. Duo Grunfox is super excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. If I had a PlayStation 4, I would be too. God, those games are so good. Let us know in the comments, guys.
I feel like that was just like a weird like shout out, like a long shout out.
Yeah, man, Duo Grunfox on Twitter. He's dope. Or they are dope. Again, I don't know.
Yeah, use that gender neutral.
They're
pronouns.
dope. Or what I normally do, Duo Grunfox is dope.
Yeah, just use their name.
Yeah, I mean, that's not I'm guessing Duo Grunfox's name really isn't Duo Grunfox.
That's their Twitter handle, which
Yes.
in this case is the only name you know.
Exactly.
So
Duo
it's
Grunfox,
fine.
I believe, is a Gundam character.
I have no idea.
Corwyn.
It always makes me think of Star Fox for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, me too.
Literally every single time you say it.
They did say their Gorma would be a fox, because I asked them, because they're usually the only people in mostly playing PlayStation chat rooms when it premieres. So I've just struck up a lot of conversations with Duo Grunfox on Twitter.
Good fan.
I want Duo Grunfox to have so many followers, so then since they always retweet us, it's going to a bunch of people. Also, Duo Grunfox is really cool, and I want them to have a bunch of stuff. Also, Duo Grunfox is a aspiring voice actor.
You like talked about... Jeez.
Laugh into the microphone, remember? Just tilt your head back. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Shaving.
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 Yeah.
I think I'm all done. Wait, maybe you should try the normal thing first when he said that he was a virgin, hadn't been with a girl or a boy.
Which is also a lie.
Yeah, also
Lots of lies.
problematic.
Yeah. And Kyle being very possessive was also kind of problematic because he's the one that came up with the idea of straight dude being gay to get Gwen, and then anytime he's interacting with Classical at all, then Jazz is like, that's my man, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you don't possess people like that,
He's
Jazz.
a stan for Classical.
You don't possess people.
I think I have one more. When he handed him the sunflower, he said, cool, it's yellow.
When they showed up at the house to eat sausages.
Yeah, those big ass sausages that everyone was throwing shade about. Hey guys, people eat fucking sausages.
I mean, was the entire meal sausages? Like, was that it? I know they had some kind of white jello.
Yeah, which I
guess is coconut.
Which I think the
sister tried to make a joke about it looking like semen.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure.
Yeah, which that sister was like 13. It seemed like,
and
right?
And then they invited Tiffany to dinner, the random
no one
role playing lady.
No one invited her.
They didn't invite her, but whenever she showed up, they were like, "Come
yes.
sit down."
And, then when they were having a
like,
family hug.
Yeah, and she's like holding a dildo, and it's just like, what is happening here?
Yeah, the dad said, "You want to come eat?" And then while they were doing a group hug with everyone after he came out, she comes and kind of does a weird face.
Does a weird face and pats them
and says, "But I'm mad,"
and then leaves.
Yeah. Hey guys. Is that it?
That's it. That's the movie.
Yeah, besides me talking about the fence hopping in Duo Grunfox on Twitter.
Thanks, Duo Grunfox.
Duo Grunfox, I hope you're listening to this. I tell them that I shout them out.
You're getting lots of shout outs today.
DuoGrunfox. Duo Grunfox.
Follow them on Twitter. Also follow us.
Yes, this movie's gay.
Yes, and then you can also follow me if you want. It's Corwynning. Also, take a look at my theater company, Saltbox Theatre Collective. We will be finishing up a show by the time this comes out, so you will probably miss that. But check out our next show. We'll have information on our website, which will be in the description.
It sure will be. Hey guys, check out Mostly Speakin' Sentai. In the description, it's there. You can find links to it. Also, check out I'll Get There. And I'll Get There is coming back with some more episodes for you. And check out What the Hellmouth. It's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast that we do with our friends, that I do with our friends, TC and Anissa. It's super funny. It's very good, guys. Check it out. For real. Even if you don't know about Buffy, guess what? We barely talk about it, but we're watching every episode, starting with season 1 and on to the last. Check out my rap music, Marsh, Land, Monster. It's really good. I'm 13 years under my belt. Yeah, I progress every year, except guess what doesn't progress every year? My fan base. If anything, it's gone down. And also check out Mostly Playin' PlayStation if you like, or subscribe to Mostly Speakin' Sentai on Facebook or YouTube. You'll find it.
And jump on there and say hi to Duo Grunfox because he's in there listening and watching.
If you're watching
hanging
a
out.
premiere, you'll find Duo Grunfox.
Big fan. Love that guy.
Yeah, and then we got to do a let's play.
Love that person.
Yes, or Fox. We don't know.
Love that Fox. I don't know. We don't know.
Also, we got to do a let's play for Baldur's Gate.
We're gonna do this game's gay.
Yeah. Or wait, you want to know what? If they're watching it, it's a movie. People watching it is a moving picture. They can't manipulate it at all. If people are watching it, let's play with this movie's gay.
It's a bit of stretch, but okay.
A little bit of Stretch Armstrong. Look at these muscles that he's got.
Doesn't he not have muscles because he like stretches them out?
He still has muscles.
Like while they're being stretched?
Not well, like, I mean, you'll still have the muscles, but when he's not stretched, he's buff as hell.
But what happens when he's stretched? Is it just stretchy?
Like you no longer see it, like it stretches out, but...
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner was cast in a movie adaptation, but it never was made. Why do I know that? Because I enjoy who is going to be writing and directing it. It was the guy who wrote and directed Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Fun.
Do you remember? Have you ever seen that movie?
I think so.
It's so good.
I'll take your word on it.
It's
I don't
Steve
remember it.
Odekirk, I believe is his name.
I don't remember names.
He also did all the Thumb movies, like Thumb Wars, Thumbtanic, Blair Thumb.
I've never seen those.
Yes, you need to watch those. They're hilarious. And he, I think, produced Ace Ventura and then wrote Ace Ventura 2.
Okay.
Oh, and Bruce Almighty.
Well, I know the director for that. That's Shadiak.
I think he wrote it. Or maybe he wrote and directed the second one. I don't know, guys. Check out Steve Odekirk. On like Jimmy Neutron and all of those. Remember at the end of those shows that it goes, oh, and it was like a monkey with a third eye up top.
That's him.
Yeah, that's his production company. He co-created Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
cool.
Check out Steve Odekirk. I don't know why I'm plugging him.
I don't know. Okay. Are you done with your plugs?
Oh, I got to show you what before you leave something. All right. See you guys later.
Bye. We forgot to say this is Corwyn. This is James.
It's
Bye.
Bye-bye. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.